fat shaming. So, I decided to make this video after about a week-long debate that's been going around with people like Nicole Arbor, Boogie2988, people like that. And I wanted to give my opinion on it, coming from somebody who was technically near obese by the BMI standards. How should I say this? Not everything about fat shaming is actually fat shaming. I would consider it more fat informing. What I mean by this is just because somebody says something informative about fat people does not mean that they're shaming you. It means they're informing you. Even if you already knew the information beforehand, they're informing you that being fat or overweight or obese or whatever is not good. And this is still coming from somebody who's fat, because I'm still not normal weight physically, or by physical appearance either. So I don't really, I have a good opinion on it because I know how it feels to be fat. And yes, I agree that the actual intended to be offensive stuff, such as what bullies would say, that is fat shaming. I agree with that. But when somebody says you need to lose weight, that's not exactly fat shaming. Or when somebody gives an example about like what Nicole Arbor said about the handicap places at the front of the store, and because certain fat people have, or obese people have, handicap cards just because they're fat, because of other problems that they got because they were fat. It's so close to the store, they barely have any, there's barely anything to walk. Instead, it could be in the back of the parking lot, where they have to walk all the way down again to the store. Stuff like that could actually help people like us. That's why, that's one reason why my mom actually parks all the way at the back of the parking lot, so that we can get exercise. It's just any little bit will help. But anyway, something that I really didn't understand when Boogie said that he took offense to what Nicole Arbor said, but just a couple weeks ago, he made a video where he was roasted by his fans. What roasted means, if you don't know, it's usually done by like Comedy Central and stuff, is when a celebrity goes on and they get roasted by other celebrities, meaning they get told stuff that's usually offensive and making fun of them. Yet he asked his fans to do that, and a lot of his fans were really brutal, calling him all type of fat, whatever fat related stuff. I don't think there was a single joke that wasn't fat related. And like they were saying like how he was gonna die early and all this shit. But yet Nicole Arbor says it nicer than what he wanted his fans to say, and somehow he takes offense to it. And this is coming from somebody that likes Boogie. I love his videos, but I don't really understand why he would take offense to something. I mean, I understand that some of what she said could be offensive, but she wasn't wrong. Like, we do, me included, we do need to lose weight, Boogie. I mean, I know, and others that are watching this video that are considered overweight or bigger, we need to lose weight, man. Like, I'm in the same boat as you when you made multiple different videos where you said now is when I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to be healthier and stuff, and then that lasts for a couple days or a couple weeks, and then you wind up quitting. Whether you want to admit it's quitting or not, whether you want to admit that it was that you were just taking a break but you're going to get back on it, it was quitting. And then you make another video saying, no, this time will be different, and then it wasn't, and you quit. And like, these videos, like, no matter how, like, some of them are brutal, I understand that, but some aren't, and people still consider them fat shaming or whatever. We need a wake-up call, and everybody is different. So one video may work on one person and may not work on another. So if we have different types of videos coming from all different directions with different points, different, like, one may be really brutal, one may be really soft-spoken, one may come from love, one may come from hate, but all of it is hitting us fat people from different directions, hoping that at least one of them will get us and actually slap us across the face and get us to actually do what we need to do, and that is lose weight. And before anybody says anything about fat people can be healthy, that's true to a point. But so can smokers. A smoker of 40 years can still be completely healthy. They might not have any lung problems, heart problems, any problems at all, despite having smoked for 40 years. But that doesn't mean that it's a good idea to do it, because that's actually rare to still be healthy and smoke for 40 years. Just like it's rare to be fat your entire life and not ever have health problems because of being fat, or big boned, or whatever the excuse is. Yes, some people may have a different body type to where their shape is slightly different, like hourglass or just straight down, or inner, or, you know, whatever it may be. Yeah, the body type might be different, but if you're medically considered overweight, then that's not good. I'm not talking about what other people consider, because some people call people like Demi Lovato or Selena Gomez fat, but their doctors would say that they're normal weight. So listen to what the doctors say, to a point, because some doctors, they don't even care. Sometimes, like, some doctors, even if you're considered overweight, they'll say, oh, you're healthy, you're fine. But just because you're fine at that time doesn't mean you might not always be, because you're overweight. You still could be generating health problems for your future self that you might not get if you lose weight and get to normal weight. These videos and people need to do this to finally get through to us, because, I mean, yes, it's your choice. You can choose to continue being fat, to ignore every single video ever, to ignore everybody's advice, but you're only hurting yourself. But actually, not really. You're not just hurting yourself. You're hurting everybody around you. You're hurting your family, because when you start getting health problems, if you don't have them already, that's hurting your family, because they're worried about you and everything. And you will probably die earlier than you would have if you were normal weight. And that also hurts your family, not just you. You need to think about other people at the same time. And that you may consider that brutal, but I mean, it's true. It really is. It's not just you. And if you want to think about it about a larger scale, for those that continue getting bigger, they wind up having to get on welfare because they can't work anymore because they got so big. And that's tax dollars, meaning anybody out there that works, that pays taxes, they might have they are affected because they're paying for somebody who didn't make the right decisions and kept getting bigger and kept getting bigger, and now the people that are still working have to pay because the other people were too lazy or whatever. Now, one more point before I end this video that a lot of people might say is some people have health problems that they cannot help, such as a thyroid problem, low metabolism, genetics, whatever it may be. And while I agree, it will make it harder for you to lose weight. However, it has been proven time and time again that you can have every health problem, every fat-related health problem out there combined, and if you put in enough effort, you actually can still lose weight and wind up dropping all the way down to normal weight. You can have the low thyroid, low metabolism, all of that. There was one guy, he was like 400 and something pounds, and he had all of those problems. And he put in, like if 30 minutes of exercise didn't work, he put in an hour. If an hour didn't work, he put in an hour and a half. And he kept working at it, and he kept dieting as best he can, because if you don't, you got to remember too, if you eat too little, the next time you eat, it'll automatically be converted to fat. So you need to eat enough, but not too much, and you have to eat the right foods as well as the exercise. Because somebody was trying to defend it and saying that their mom only eats, sometimes forgets to eat, and then maybe she'll only have like one small thing of low-fat yogurt for the whole day. But that actually could cause her to get bigger, because now everything that she eats will automatically be converted into fat because her body is starving. But yeah, anybody of any health issues, as long as you can move, you actually if you put in enough effort and enough hard work, you can lose weight. No matter how long it takes, you can drop down and no longer be obese or no longer be overweight. It's possible for everybody if you put in enough effort. You may have to work 3 times as hard as the next person, but if you do, you eventually will lose the weight. So anyway, I'm not fully agreeing with Nicole Arbor, but she had really good points. And I don't really understand why Boogie would take offense to that necessarily, because his fans, when they roasted him, was so much more brutal. And he thought that was funny, so I don't really understand that. But now that video, I think, is deleted, because I don't see it unless it was farther back than I thought. I don't remember now. Like I said, sometimes my time management clock in my head is broken, so something could feel like it's been several months and it's actually only been a couple days, or the reverse. So Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you understood what I mean and you understand the point that I'm trying to make. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.